Hey YouTube and Rumble fam, Sergeant Savinelli. Welcome to the 7th annual Day After Thanksgiving Day review of LJ Peretti's Thanksgiving Day Blend. 7 years, can you imagine? Something that our dear brother John and I started back in 2017 with this right there, this perfectly preserved jar of LJ Peretti's Thanksgiving Day Blend. It's the same batch that we opened up in 2017 and sampled and reviewed, and this has been an annual tradition ever since. Unfortunately, I'm doing it alone now, for obvious reasons, but I made a promise that I would continue to do this, and I'm going to keep that promise. So here we are. All right, you ready? I can't wait. After the last year's bowl, I sealed this thing back up, and I haven't been in it since. As you can tell, the jar's still like almost full. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, see that? At this rate, this thing is going to outlive me. All right, let's pop this open and see what it smells like. Oh. I'm getting some figgy, raisiny, red wine kind of notes, hinting notes. Let me load this pipe up, and then we'll talk. See what we can do here. Let's see what we can do here. As always, we're going to do this in the Savinelli saxophone, the Roma Lucite. This is all this pipe has seen in the last 7 years. I don't think I've smoked anything else but this in this pipe. Seal this back up. The dry pull on this has still got that really good fig raisiny taste to it. Almost fermented. Real good. All right, let's light it. All right, let's see what we got here. I didn't think it could be possible, but this blend has actually mellowed even more. It was a mellow blend to begin with. No rough edges whatsoever. Great flavor. But it has mellowed even more. And I got to tell you, after 7 years, it hasn't lost anything. It hasn't lost any flavor. The tobacco is still pretty moist. I haven't put anything in there. There's no humectant in there whatsoever that I've added. I didn't do any Bovita packs or anything like that. It's just the airtight mason jar. I'll tell you, what a solid blend. Absolutely delicious. It really is. I'm going to have a little sip of mud. As always, I wish for all of you what I wish for myself. Ah. The fig and raisin notes are really, really in the forefront with this blend. Well, this batch anyway. And after 7 years of age, I'll tell you, I'm really surprised. It just keeps getting better and better and better. I can't say it enough how well this stuff is aged. I don't know if any of you have done this, you know, jar this stuff up and put it away for any length of time. But I tell you what, if you can pull it off and not smoke the whole bag like in a day, I would suggest you try it. Start this year with a fresh batch and throw it in a jar and let it sit. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, pleasantly pleased for sure. That's for anybody that liked the blend to begin with. If you didn't like the blend to begin with, then don't waste your time because, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say that because who knows? You may not have liked the blend fresh out of the pack, but with a few years age on it, who knows? Maybe your tastes have changed. Could very well be. Raisin and fig on the retrohale. It really engages the palate. I'm getting another hint of something that I haven't. I can't put my finger on it yet. Almost floral. Not like a Lakeland floral, but definitely a floral hint. Very light, very subtle. Very tasty. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I sure did. I actually had the night off, so I actually, for the first time in about 7 years, got to spend it with the family. Ate way too much. Smoked some really good cigars. It's a balmy 40 degrees here today. Not my weather. There's a wind that makes it feel a little bit colder. It's, I don't want to say bone chilling. It's not raw like it was a couple days ago because it rained for like 2 days. Tuesday and Wednesday. And even though the temperature was 40 degrees, it was so raw and cold and nasty and bleh. And of course I had to work in that mess. Uh-huh. All right, so here's a little updates. Let's do some updates. Let's update everybody. Before anybody asks, I will tell you this. John's pipe collection is still in my basement, still in the box. Haven't touched it since I brought it here. Reasons are multifaceted. The primary reason is I still have zero time to do anything. And I mean anything. It's ridiculous. The shorthandedness at work is like I've never seen in 39 years in the business. Never seen it like this. It's horrendous. It really is. That's reason number one. Reason number two, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this. I tried to post a video, an explanation video, and YouTube tore it down about 8 hours after I posted it. I don't know if anybody got to see it or not, but it no longer exists. Apparently, they didn't like what I had to say. Probably because the title wasn't very nice. And probably because I fired off my rant against them almost immediately. But here it is in a nutshell. I figure we're far enough, 12 minutes and some odd seconds into the video. Maybe it's hidden enough where it's not going to get picked up by whatever robots they have listening for this stuff. So, sometime in January, December, January, somewhere around there, I discovered that my channel was suddenly and without any warning demonetized. Just like that. 532 videos demonetized in the blink of an eye with no warning and for no apparent reason. I say no apparent reason because I tried to find out a reason and I met with nothing but resistance. I met with no answers. The people at YouTube are not the nicest people when it comes to having to answer questions that they don't want to answer or they don't have an answer to. Finally, after 3 or 4 months, I was able to determine that the reason for my sudden and unceremonious demonetization was because I no longer met the guidelines, the rules for monetization. Would have been nice to get a heads up. Would have been nice to get an email. Hey, Sarge, your channel's getting bumped because ... They changed the rules again midstream. And in doing so, I lost a lot of the features and benefits that went along with my channel, including the ability to sell merchandise, have auctions, things like that. So what planning I did to carry out that auction that I promised to do. All went to hell because now I couldn't put it into play. So then, and still now, I'm in a quandary as to how to actually get that done and try to find some time to get it done. Doug Owen from the Cargo Hold was nice enough to offer to put me in contact with a professional auction house type thing to take it out of my hands to just do it. And I gave it a little bit of thought, but in the end, giving it to an auction house isn't going to put it out to you guys, out to YouTube, the YouTube pipe community. YTPC isn't going to be exclusive there. And I wanted that auction to be an opportunity for you guys to own a piece of the legacy, right? So, yeah, I'm still battling with that kind of thing. So if you want to help out, hit the like button a lot. Hit the subscribe button a lot. Hit the share button a lot. I guess. I don't know. Oh, and when they demonetized me, all the money that was in my YouTube account got frozen. That made me happy too. It isn't much. It's not a small fortune or anything like that. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And that's not why I do this. It is what it is. It's a nice little perk if you can have it. But once I'm demonetized, all of that money that was in that account is now frozen. So they're not issuing any checks. They've held it up for over a year now. And I can't get it until my channel goes monetized again. And then the following month cycle would be them issuing the check or the direct deposit or, you know, how. And it's just, you know what? I don't know. I got 532 or 534 videos on this channel. And that's one of the primary reasons that I ended up uploading my entire channel to Rumble as well, because they don't play those games. My channel over at Rumble is monetized 100%. Every video. There are no crazy restrictions. There are no crazy rules that you have to meet a certain number of anything, right? And I was fearful that one day YouTube would just decide that they don't like Sarge anymore and just hit that magic button that they have, boop, and the whole channel goes out the window. So I didn't want to lose all my videos and have to start all over again. So I was fortunate enough to be able to sync up with Rumble, and my entire channel's over there. So go back and watch all of my videos. There's 530 some of them to pick from. All right? Watch the videos. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the share button. If you've already subscribed to me, listen, we're family. We all know. But share it with somebody that may subscribe. Share it with somebody that may like the content. All right? And maybe we can get these guys over at YouTube to remonetize my channel so that I can get the benefits and features back, so that I might be able to actually put that collection out at some point. All right? Right now I'm in limbo. I don't like it, but I'm at a loss otherwise. That's it in a nutshell. And there it is. You know, I do know that some people, some presenters that I was watching here and there when I had time on YouTube, that actually had their channels taken down by YouTube. All right. Cigar Obsession. Loved his reviews. Loved his cigar reviews. All of a sudden, he puts up a thing saying that his channel was pulled down and this and that. Anyway, fortunately, he was lucky enough to upload his stuff to Rumble and barely escaped losing his entire channel, because of what YouTube did. They're sneaky. They're sneaky, and they're not very nice, and they're not fair by any stretch of the imagination. And if their thought police robots catch any of this will probably be the last video you see of me on YouTube. But you'll be able to see me over at the other place, Rumble. I love Rumble. Great platform. Great platform. What else? Oh, I don't know. Work. That's all I do is work. I actually have to go in for a double shift tonight. So I'm up pretty early doing this just so that I can turn around and go to sleep for a couple of hours before I got to go do my thing. I know it's an old story, but it's my story. Wow. I got to tell you, the relight on this is every bit as good as the very first light. It really is. There's no ashiness. There's no foul flavors. There's no ammonia. There's no nothing. All it is pure flavor, pure pleasure. This blend really is a pleasure to smoke. I tell you, listen, you're not going to get lost in this blend. It's not one of those types of blends. But you're going to enjoy the hell out of it while you're puffing on it. I can tell you that. If you give it a whack, it's fantastic. Very, very good. Listen, I give it a triple A plus, man. This is a really, really good blend, and I liked it fresh. I like it 100 times better now with 7 years on it. That's my honest opinion. I can't say enough about it. Peretti's always been known for really, really good tobacco. I mean, phenomenal tobacco. And their blenders know what they're doing. They certainly hit the ball out of the park with this every single year. I want to hit a couple of shout outs. Padre Piper, Mark VV, down in Narlands, well, Metairie, but close. Metropolitan area. Eric, the blue collar pipe stinker. You thought I dropped dead somewhere along the line because you ain't seen me, huh? Uh-huh. No such luck. Here I am. And of course, a big shout out goes to my dear brother, Ghost Cobb, Sean. I haven't been able to hook up with you, buddy, lately. The phone just hasn't been. There hasn't been any time for me to do that, and I do apologize. But you understand my whole situation. You witnessed it firsthand when you were here. Even on vacation, the damn thing blows up. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. You know I love you. What else? That dirty four-letter word isn't going to be hitting us anytime soon over here. The almanac and all of the predictions are that it's going to be a mild winter. I'll take that. They better be right after working me up the way they have about getting excited that there isn't going to be any of that white crap. We'll see. Well, I got a couple of puffs left on this this saxophone here. I think I'm going to go finish this and that cup of mud that I poured, which I've only taken a couple of sips out of because I've been yapping more than anything else. Don't forget, help a brother out. Like, subscribe, share. Smash the hell out of those buttons, all right? And let's see if we can't fix YouTube's problem, all right? Because it's a global problem. The more people I talk to, the more, like that. So, like, subscribe, share. 3 ways that we can all help each other out with these videos and maybe get back to some kind of a normalcy with that. On Rumble, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's always nice to like and subscribe and share and all of that too, because then the numbers go up and all of that. It's the same type of thing, but they don't just pull the plug on you because they feel like it. Right? That doesn't happen there. So be sure to check out both channels. Right? My channels are both there, here and there and here, and wherever here is and there is, and because this is all relative, right? Go both ways. Listen, it takes a couple of seconds to hit those buttons, and it may actually do some good. All right? Wow. I would like to thank each and every one of you so very, very much for putting up with me, for being patient and hanging in there and waiting for these videos to come up whenever it is that I can, put them together. I want to thank you all so very much for that and for joining me. All right, it's always good to be able to spend some time with you and have a smoke and a cup of mud and some good memories, right? Keep the memories alive. And until then, we'll see you on the next one.